Hello, sixth graders. I hope you have been doing well. So today is September 17th, and we are going to go through the lesson and the assignment for today. So go to Schoology. Go to our math class. This is September 17th, and then 1-1. Alright, so today you will learn how to identify and extend a pattern using pictures or a list of numbers. So, what we are going to do is, it says to watch this video, take notes, and then complete the worksheet, turn the worksheet in, and then go to IXL. So, the first thing we're going to do is we are going to find 1-1 notes. Click that. These notes you will never turn in to me. This is just for you to complete. So, we are going to copy this to Notability. I'm going to create new notes. I'm going to move this into the Math Concepts folder, and I'm going to import. Might take a second. Alright, so these are what our notes will look like all year long. They will be green, and you will just write on them. So, your topic is identifying patterns. This part is just for you to fill out. You'll just put your name, math, what hour you're in, and the date. We're 9/17. And our learning target is, I can identify and extend a pattern using pictures or a list of numbers. Alright, so you will fill that out every day that we come to class. And this is just so you understand what you're going to be learning and we'll be ready to go. Alright, so we're going to start on analyzing patterns. It says, Ahmed is making 8 necklaces by stringing beads together. To make one necklace, he will repeat the pattern of beads shown 4 times. So he's going to be repeating this 4 times. So we want to know how many purple and yellow beads he's going to make one necklace. Alright, so the first thing we are going to do is we are going to look at our set of beads. How many purple beads is he making in this one pattern? Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 purple. How many yellow beads is he making? Or is he using in this one pattern? 1, 2, 3, 4 yellow. Alright, now it's asking how many purple and yellow beads are used to make one necklace. But remember, to make one necklace, he's going to repeat this pattern 4 times. So what are we going to do to figure out how many beads it's going to take for one necklace? Right, we're going to multiply these numbers by 4. So, our purple, he has 10 beads times 4. 4 times 0 is 0. 4 times 1 is 40. He is using 40 purple beads. And now we need to figure out how many yellow beads he is using. We're taking 4 times 4, which gives us 16. So 16 yellow beads. Alright, we have answered the first question. How many purple and yellow beads are used to make one necklace? He needs 40 purple beads and 16 yellow beads to make one necklace. Alright, now our next question. How many purple and yellow beads will be needed to make all 8 necklaces? So if these numbers up here were used to make one necklace, what do we do to figure out how many beads he's going to need to make 8 necklaces? Right, we're going to times both of these numbers by 8. So we are going to take 40 times 8. 8 times 0 is 0. 4 times 8 is 32. So he is using 320 purple beads to make 8 necklaces. But he's also using some yellow beads, right? So we are going to take 16 times 8. 6 times 8. 6 and 8 are really great. Together they make 48. The little trick I use to remember what 6 times 8 is. So 8 times 1 is 8 plus 4 gives me 12. So he needs 128 yellow beads. These colors remind me of the Packers, the Vikings. And I'm recording this video on Sunday, and the Vikings game is on. They're playing the Green Bay Packers. Alright, so we're done with the second question. The third question, explain how you found the number of each color of beads used needed to make all 8 necklaces. What did we do to figure out how many beads of each color did we need? We multiplied the number of beads used to make one necklace by 8. Alright, and we are done with the first part. Now let's look at the second section. Now we are going to learn how to describe a visual pattern. So if I look at number 1, it's telling me to describe the pattern shown below. So here I see 2 sections. 1, 2. This next circle, I see 3. This next one, I see 4. So what is happening each time? Right, they are adding one section to the circle. Alright, now let's look at the suns. I see this part is highlighted here, but then in the next one it's highlighted that way, and then the next one it's highlighted there. What is happening to the highlighting every time? First one it was here, and then it moved to the left, and then it moved to the left again, so it is moving counterclockwise. So the highlighting is moving one section counterclockwise. Alright, so now we've described it. Now the next one, we are going to extend our pattern. So I see a pattern going up and then to the left and then down. What would our next figure in this pattern be if we were to guess? You're right, it went up and then it went left and then it went down. I would say our next one would be going to the right. So go ahead and do your best to drawing an arrow to the right. Then you can color it in, make it look all pretty. Awesome. Alright, the next one. Ooh, this one looks a little bit more complicated than the last one, huh? So when I look at this problem, I like to use a color to visualize what's happening. So the first box is right there. And then I would say that same box is right here in that one. But what do I notice? There's a box added to the left, up, and to the right. Alright, so now let's look at the next figure. I would say this box here is our starting point. Here were the boxes from last time. What happened to the next group? Right, on each of the boxes, it went to the left and up. And then this one here, it went to the left and up. But over here, it also went to the right. And then here, it also went to the right. So it added a box. So now we need to predict what's going to be the next picture. So I'm going to draw this same figure again. I'm going to draw it down here so I have a little bit of room. It's kind of look like stair steps to me. Alright, so I have it all set. What did we notice about the last picture? Right, it added one on the outside and up. And then another one going up, and then to the right, to the right, to the right. So that is my prediction on what will happen to the next pattern. Alright, we are almost done, boys and girls. Now we are going to describe a pattern that has numbers this time. So when I look at this pattern, what do I notice going from 4 to 8? What happens from 4 to 8? Right, I'm adding 4. What about 8 to 12? You're right, I'm adding 4. I'm adding 4 each time. So my pattern is adding 4. Alright, let's go to the second one. Now what do I notice in this pattern going from 35 to 30 to 25 to 20 to 15 to 10? Well, from 30 to 35, we're subtracting 5. And then if you notice, we're subtracting 5 each time. So our pattern is subtracting 5. Alright, now we're going to extend the pattern. So it's saying to write the next two numbers that you expect to see in this pattern. So to figure that out, we need to figure out what the rule is first. So when I look at this problem, I see 22 to 25. What's happening between those two numbers? Right, I'm adding 3. Am I adding 3 from 25 to 28? I sure am. And same thing from 28 to 31. So now I need to add 3 to get the next two numbers. Well, 31 plus 3 is 34. I'm going to add 3 again. 34 plus 3 is 37. So I'm done. I've predicted the next two numbers in the pattern. Now let's look at the next pattern. What do you notice about this one? From 1 to 2, I see we're adding 1, right? From 2 to 4, I see I'm adding 2. From 4 to 8, I see I'm adding 4. Are all of those the same? They are not. So that's not our pattern. So we're going to try again. Well, from 1 to 2, if adding didn't work, let's try multiplying. 1 times what gets me 2? Right, 1 times 2 gives me 2. Is 2 times 2 4? It sure is. What about 4 times 2? That gives me 8 as well, so now we need the next two numbers. 8 times 2 gives me 16. 16 times 2, if you don't know it off the top of your head, don't worry, you can just do the multiplication. 6 times 2 is 12. 2 times 1 is 2, plus 1 is 3. 32. So I have my next two numbers I expect to see. Alright, our last problem. This table shows how much Safi's weekly allowance increases based on his age. If the pattern continues, how much allowance will Safi receive when he is 13 years old? Alright. So now this one is a little bit different. We know that these ages are going up by 1 every time. We want to know what this is right here. But to figure that out, we need to figure out what's happening between each of the numbers. So from $3.25 to $4, what is happening? I know I'm going higher, so I know I'm adding. So if you don't know off the top of your head how much that went up, you could subtract the 2 to figure out how much it went up. I know I can't do 0 minus 5, so I need to borrow 1. And now these are both zeros. So I know I'm going to be changing this to a 9 and this last one to a 10. What is 10 minus 5? 5. 9 minus 2 is 7. 3 minus 3 is 0. So this is going up by 75 cents each time. And this one's a little easier to tell. It goes from 4 to 4.75. And this also is going up 75 cents. So now let's figure out how much it's going up when he is 13. So we're going to take 550 plus 75 cents. 0 plus 5 is 5. 5 plus 7 is 12. 5 plus 1 is 6. And my decimal point was here, so I'm going to carry it down. Alright, so when he is 13, he will make 6.25. So let's write a sentence. Safi will get 6.25. Alright, and then we are all done. Now this down here is telling us to do IXL, but we're just going to ignore that for a second and we're going to go back to Schoology. When we go back to Schoology, we are going to go back to the class and find the spot we were in. And it says to watch the video, take careful notes, complete the worksheet. Alright, so to complete the worksheet, you're going to go up here and find Identifying Patterns Assignments. Here's your worksheet. It is just one page. You're going to copy this over to Notability. And again, you don't want to add this assignment to your notes. You want to create a new note. And I'm going to put this in Math Concepts and import it. And now you're going to write your name, the date, and the hour, and you're going to complete these problems. And when you're done, you will turn that into Schoology. Alright, now the next thing it tells us to do is to complete IXL 5th grade math S.1. To do that, you can go right to IXL and do 5th grade S.1, or you could just click this link right here. And it will take you right into IXL, and I'm not signed in yet, but you will sign in. If you don't know your username and password, let me know, and I will send that to you and complete that. Your goal is to get it to 70%. Once you get to 70%, you get 9 out of the 10 points. If you want to get 10 full points, you just have to get it up to 90. If you have questions about that, let me know. I will post the rubric for IXL scores into Schoology so you can see easily what score you need to get if you want to get a lot of points on that assignment. Alright, let me know if you have any questions. Go ahead and complete the IXL assignments and the 1.1 worksheet. Let me know if you have questions. Have a good day, 6th grade. Bye.